everybody. Today is day 6 and today is my rest day, so I'm not going to be doing a full 3.5 minutes of headstands. However, I am going to teach you guys how to do a handstand, the basics, so that you guys can start practicing at home. So the very first thing that you guys should do is warm up your wrists. Most of us don't put a lot of weight on our wrists, and so you don't want to start doing headstands before your wrists are like ready to receive your body weight. So first, if you get into a tabletop and you just want to, engage your shoulders, so you don't want to be down here. So here's the difference. Here's not engaged, here's engaged. And so that way you're not going to be stressing out your shoulders or anything. And again, here's not engaged. And it's just a real simple of pressing into your shoulders. And you can actually even do where you see how like now my upper shoulder has a little bit of an arch. So here's just flat and here's engaged. It's very, very minor, but you can see that right here where my bra line is, you'll see that it raises up just a tad and it looks like I kind of have like a humpback. So get into your tabletop and you just want to put some weight in your hands. So all you're going to do is you're just going to go around in circles. And the more weight you want, the more you're going to actually like put your weight forward. The less you want, then you're just going to kind of engage and lift your body up with your core. So move around. You want to go in both directions. Warm up your wrists. All right, and then we're going to do finger push-ups. So all you're doing is you're taking your palm of your hand. Oh, and also your hands are basically now going to be your feet. So if you know that when you're standing up, let's take off my slippers. When you're standing up and you lean forward, your toes grip into the ground. And if you lean back, your heels will push into the ground. So you're basically going to be mimicking those poses with your hands. So when you're leaning too far forward, you're going to be putting pressure in the fronts of your fingers. And if you start going backwards, again, you're going to be pushing through your palms. Always pushing upwards, never out, but the goal is always up. If you think up, you're going to go up. If you think out, you're going to fall out of your pose. So again, finger push-ups. All you're doing is you're just raising your palm, the back of your palm off the ground. Again, keep your shoulders engaged, no slouching. This is not what you want to do. This is what you want to do. I know it's hard to see. Then we're going to go up to finger push-ups. So all the way up to the tips of your fingers. All the way up. And again here, depending on how far you lean forward, is how much pressure and weight you're putting on your fingers. So you always want to start light. Don't do too much, then you can handle. And another thing is the backwards press. So this, you really, really, really want to be conscious of how much weight you're putting on your hand, on your wrist, because your body is definitely does not like this posture. However, this is a good way to stretch all in through here, which is a part of the body that doesn't get stretched that often. So forward and backwards. Again, the amount of weight that you put is how much you're going to be working. Never do too much. And then now we're just going to take the hands all the way around in different postures, just so that you can get weight in your hand. All right. Another thing is twisting your elbows in and out. So when you're in a handstand or headstand, again, with that whole engaging up in the shoulders, you also want to engage. So you want your, with the crease of your elbows to basically be facing forward. Naturally, when we're just in a pose, you're here and you're not quite as secure. But when you lock in, you now are more secure. So we're just going to practice rotating in and out. Sometimes it takes me a minute to actually remember how to do this because my brain doesn't like it. All right, I think this will be our last one. You're going to fist bump yourself because you're awesome. Put your hands, keep them clenched in a fist, and what you're going to do is try to straighten out your arms. I still have not been able to straighten them completely, but the more you keep your hands in a fist form, the more you're going to get the stretch. And I feel this stretch, it's basically from my middle finger and it goes all the way down, and that's where I feel this stretch. all in through here. So fist bump, because you're awesome, and up, and yeah. All right, so those are our wrist warm-ups. Make sure you warm up your wrist before you start most activities. So the basics for a headstand. You want to have a tripod with your body. So your head is going to be the top of the pyramid and your hands are going to be the sides of the pyramid. Really important, fingers spread out, elbows are going to be in. We're going to be doing that twisting of the elbows. So again, twisting of the elbows so that your crease is facing forward, and that's going to be the base of your tripod. So here we go, arms, fingers spread, head down. Oh, and your head, where you place your head down. So you don't want to go too far back. So like where my bun is right now, that's too far back. And you don't want to be too far forward. So there's kind of this sweet spot right at the top of your head. And it's, you know, hard. So you can actually put your weight on it. So if you go too far back, then it starts getting too soft. Plus you're not going to be balanced. Too far forward, you're just going to fall forward. So it's kind of, I don't know, can you guys see my hair? Let's see. So this is too far back. You want to go right there, roughly. All right, that's where we're going. And head down. So the goal is to get your rear end up over your body weight, or the center of your body, so that you can actually get up. Because from here, I'm not going to be able to get up. So you can't get up from here. So push up so that your butt is in the air. To start off, oh, and your hands want to be at a 90-degree angle. To start off, you're going to put your knees on your elbows. And that'll get you to here. Once you're here, you can practice and play with bringing your feet together and then trying to push up into a headstand. Woo! I'm not even doing it today. All right. Here, here. Oh, there we go. Now my center is over me. And up. Okay, there we go. Come back down to your elbows, and then you can roll out of that. So if you're practicing up against a wall, I suggest that you practice getting your feet as close as you can to your head and just raising your tush a little bit. So this is what you want to do. I'm going to go here, walk, 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 walk. Put your feet on your elbows. Get your butt up and just do this against a wall. And it'll help work your core to get you to go up. You can then start playing with shapes. If you can't get your feet to your head, then you're going to want to practice your stretching so that you can get your feet to your head. So one of the easiest ones to do is just stand up straight, arms up in the air, and you're just going to lean forward. And the goal is to touch the ground. And your chest is going forward. You're not trying to curl. You're not trying to curl in. Curling in is not going to stretch you. So what you want to do, so here's curled, and then here is chest down. So basically you want to get your nose to your toes, not your nose to your knees. Nose to your knees, that does stretch, but it's not the stretch we're looking for. Nose to toes. So down. You also want to lift your tailbone. So lift it, and that gives you a better stretch. All right. So those are just a few tips and tricks to get you started on doing headstands. So hopefully I'll see you guys doing some headstands. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll get you some answers. Have a beautiful Wednesday, and I'll see you guys soon.